Hello student, today we discuss the last part in our course, that is resource economics. Here we discuss definition, subject matter and scope. Also in your syllabus, this point is added: natural resource, their classification and characteristics. So let's start with first point, what is natural resource economics. So natural resource economics deals with the supply, demand and allocation of earth natural resource. Main objective of natural resource economics is to better understand the role of natural resources in the economy in order to develop more sustainable method of managing those resources to ensure their availability to future generation. Resource economists study interaction between economic and natural system with the goal of developing a sustainable and efficient economy. It is a multidisciplinary field of academic research. Natural resource management refers to management of natural resources such as land, water, soil, plant, and animal, with a particular focus on how management affects the quality of life for both present and future generations. Natural resource management brings together land use planning, water management, biodiversity conservation, and the future sustainability of industries like agriculture, mining, fishing, etc. So this is the introductory part about natural resource economics. Now we see scope of this resource economics. A classification of sustainability views according to assumptions about the conservation of natural resources, extending the analysis of externalities to provide a basis for designing anti-pollution policies and deciding on the resource it is desirable to devote to avoid pollution. So for formulating different anti-pollution policies, the resource economists, they generally give their important suggestions. A range of methodologies for evaluating the services provided by environmental assets and social capital to extend the inclusiveness of cost-benefit analysis. Then model for projecting the pricing and depletion of finite resources and assessment of the implications of various assess regimes governing the harvesting of renewable resources. So these are the different categories or fields in which this scope of resource economics is developed. Now, subject matter. There is considerable overlap in the subject matter of ecological and environmental economics. The key difference is one of orientation. Environmental economics tends to embrace the neoclassical paradigm as an analysis of economic system and seeks to incorporate environmental assets and services. Means here, both environmental assets, these analyzed in environmental economics. And ecological economics gives priority to the health of complex interrelated ecological systems and consider how economic behavior can be modified to that end. So these are the two important points here we have to know in resource economics, ecological economics and environmental economics. Now we see the next part, natural resource classification and characteristics. So natural resources are often classified into renewable and non-renewable resources, and also other two important types, biotic resources and abiotic resources. So first one we see renewable resources. So renewable resources are generally living resources. Here I mention example fish, coffee and forest are the example of renewable resources which can restock. Okay, renew means we can restock that resources. Non-renewable natural resources. Non-living renewable natural resources include soil as well as water, wind, tides, and solar radiation, etc. Resources can also be classified on the basis of their origin, that is biotic and abiotic. So biotic resources are derived from animals and plants, that is the living world. Biotic is a living component of a community. For example, organisms such as plants and animals. Already you know all about these resources or types of resources. Abiotic resources are derived from the non-living world. For example, land, water, and air. These are the examples of abiotic resources. Mineral and power resources are also abiotic resources. Some are derived from nature. In biology and ecology, abiotic components are non-living chemical and physical factors in the environment which affects ecosystem. So next part we see about resource characteristics. Resources have three main characteristics, namely utility, limited availability, potential for depletion or consumption. In economics, utility is a measure of satisfaction, referring to the total satisfaction received by consumer from consuming a good or service. Scarcity is the fundamental economic problem of having human who have unlimited wants and needs in a world of limited resources. It states that society has insufficient productive resources to fulfill all human wants and needs. Thank you.